I'm Michelle from Nerdy Moms United, and today I'm going to talk about how to monetize your blog with ad networks. Stay tuned to the end because I have something special for you. I'm going to talk about why you would want to use an ad network for blog monetization, how to find an ad network. There are two types of ad networks, ones that require you to have page views and ones that do not. I'm going to tell you about both of them and the pros and cons. So, the main reason you want to use ad networks on your blog is one, it creates passive income with the free traffic that's already coming to your blog already. Any traffic you have coming to your blog, you can monetize it, whether they click on those ads or not. Now, some ad networks do require them to click on the ad, and others just require you to get the person to the page so they can just see the ad. Ad networks use both. Some of the ones that pay you more only use the view method, which is great because getting paid per views to your website is awesome. You have to be over 18 to apply to an ad network because, sorry to say, if you make money online, just like if you make money at a 9-to-5 job, you still have to pay taxes. And they are going to require you to fill out tax information when you apply to these ad networks because you're accountable to it. And there's just no way around it. Might as well just bite the bullet and get it over with. How to find an ad network that is not going to waste your time, because there are a lot of them out there that waste your time and your efforts, and I do not want you to fall into that trap. The best way to avoid that is to make sure you read the fine print before you decide to sign up with those ad networks. The ones I recommend and I use, and I would suggest any other blogger starting out using, or the ones that are more experienced, they already know some of these and they are using them. But the best ones to use that aren't going to waste your time and effort is media.net, Google AdSense, Ezos, Monetize, Mediavine, and AdThrive. Now, Mediavine in 2020 made some changes to their ad network requirements, and I will talk about that when I get there, but I wanted you to be aware of that because that's caused a big issue in the blogging world, and I think you should know about it whether you are new to blogging or you watch this down the road. You need to know that ad networks do have the right to change their ways of how they do business, so you want to be aware of that. Ad networks without page view requirements. Now, media.net and Google AdSense do not require you to already have followers already. If you're a brand new blog and you've already set up your website and you already got a handful or more of posts already on there, then you are able to go ahead and sign up for these two ad networks. One thing to know, media.net pays better than Google AdSense, but a huge majority of your audience has to come from the USA, the UK, or Canada. That's one of the requirements in their fine print. If you're a blogger in South America or India or Asia, and most of your viewership is in those countries, then media.net would not be a good ad network for you. They do help optimize your site because they know that the more people that come, the more they make money, which in turn you make money from that ad network. They follow the net 30 model when they pay you, so that means that when you first sign up with them and you start making money, it's a 30-day delay before you get paid. But once it starts rolling in, you won't notice a difference, but there is a 30-day delay. Now, Google AdSense. One of the issues that a lot of bloggers have with Google AdSense is that they kind of slow down your site, so they're not really good at optimizing your site. So that is a lot of bloggers' issues with that one, but it is beginner user friendly to new bloggers. So that's a thumbs up with them for that. They do put more paid per click ads. So the more users click on the ads, the more you get paid. They do use some pay per view ads, which if you get viewers to your site, you get paid for them looking at it when they're on that page. But the majority of their ads are pay per click. They have in 7 versions of the 7 ways that you can get paid with AdSense, so it makes it a lot easier to get paid from them. They also follow the net 30 model. That means you can have a 30-day delay when you get paid. They also require you to make at least $100 before you get your first payout. Now, there is a difference between countries when you get paid out with Google AdSense. I made sure to provide a detailed table for you in my blog post on the country and the amount of money before you get your first paycheck from Google AdSense. So I will leave the post link down below so you can look up your country. So that way you know when you will actually get your first paycheck from Google AdSense. The next ad network groups are the ones that have page view requirements. The next AdWord group that I'm going to talk about are the ones that have page view requirements. That means you need to have a certain amount of page views before you can apply. Okay, the first one we're going to talk about is Ezoic. They require a minimum of 10,000 monthly viewers per month. So, and depending on how you're going, if you're really working your blog and you're trying to get out posts, at least 1 post a week, and you're advertising your website on social media, you can get to 10,000 page views within your first year. I was able to do that. A lot of other bloggers were able to do that, but it does require you to put the work in. That's just the way it works with blogging, and I want to be honest and upfront with you about that. So you can get to that level. Ezoic pays way better than AdSense. They do not slow down your site, and they do help optimize it because they also know that if they make money, you make money, and they know that if your site's faster, the better the user experience is. They also follow the net 30 model that once you reach a certain threshold, you will get paid out 30-day delay. So you'll know that. I have more pros and cons to each of these ad networks on my blog post. The link will be below. It's the same blog post I talked about earlier. I also talk about how long it takes to get approved for each of these ad networks. I know Google AdSense takes 30 days. Ezoic has a really quick turnaround. I think it's a day last time I checked. So they're really quick. Media.net's pretty quick as well. I have a table breakdown of the pros and cons of each one side by side of all the ad networks I talk about. That will also be in the blog post as well. Next one is monometrics. Next one is monometrics. They have 4 ways that you can get paid. Unfortunately, their lowest plan, they have 4 tiers. Their lowest one is that you have to have 10,000 page views a month. But the downside is they're going to charge you a $99 fee at the time of this recording. Before it was a lot less. It was $50, but now it's $99 fee to get started when you're at that 10,000 page view a month. If you go to their next ad plan, that gets waived. So you're going to want to look at that carefully. It takes 3 months to get approved with monometrics. So just want to let you know it's not fast. So once you apply, you're going to do a little bit of waiting. They do the paid per view ad model. So they know that if someone sees your site, they get paid, so you get paid. They also help optimize your site to make it faster, just like Ezoic does. They follow the net 60 model. And what that means is it will take 2 months before you see your first paycheck from Monetize. Another thing, so I also put some other details of their pros and cons in the post. Mediavine. Mediavine recently changed their way that they handle viewership. Before it was a lot less. It was 25,000 monthly sessions, not page per views per month. They do sessions, and you can find out your session number in your Google Analytics. There's been some talk in the blogging world that that's roughly maybe 80,000 page views a month. So you're going to have to watch your Google Analytics to see when you're going to hit that level. Also, if you cannot get approved in Google AdSense, you'll never get approved in Mediavine. So that's why it's important to follow the Google Webmaster's guidance. And I will provide you a link down below to a blog post that I wrote detailed information about some of the things they talk about regarding that. It's a blog post about 11 things to avoid when blogging, so that way you don't get in trouble. So that has some detailed information on things to avoid, and if you accidentally fall into one of those pitfalls, how to get out of it and how to work with Google on that. And really great stuff. It makes it super easy to get out of trouble with them, and how to get into that Google's good graces, so that way you can get into Google AdSense, because you need to make sure you're approved for Google AdSense before you can ever apply to Mediavine. So Mediavine follows the pay-per-view model. They also help optimize your site, because they know that the faster you are, the better user experience is and the more you'll make. Now, Mediavine has a longer pay scale, meaning they take 65 days. They follow the net 65 model. So it takes longer to get paid with them, but once you start getting paid, it's good money. The next one is AdThrive. This is when you reach 100,000 page views per month. And that's great because they pay you really, really good. So that would be the next one you would apply for once you reach that level. I know Monetize has a level or a tier for 100,000 page views a month. But I would suggest that you go, when you reach that level, to definitely apply to AdThrive. Now, my posts, I don't really talk much about AdThrive. I just stay at the lower levels where people can reach when they're starting out. But if you're ready for making that jump into AdThrive, then I would say go for it. So I promise a surprise below. I have detailed charts about each one of these ad networks, about their pros and cons, and a comparison chart against all the top 5, not including AdThrive. So that way you can make an informed decision on which ad group you want to go with what's going on with your page views at that time. The best way to see your page views is to check your Google Analytics. That's the best way you're going to know what's going on and which one you can apply for. So I will leave that those posts below that I was talking about, so that way you have the information. Also, like and subscribe to my channel, and check out my website, nerdymomsunited.com. If you have questions or comments, leave them below, and I will check on them and I will answer you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video from nerdymomsunited.com.